Hey guys, what up? It's me, Mitch. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Lifetime baller.
And when I'm not going into Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, well, shit, man, I'm listening to House of Prayer and smoking a blunt. I'm still going though.
Welcome to the House of Graham. Damn vibe with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Welcome to the House of Graham. Damn vibe with a boot to the chin. Share that link with all of your friends. A Slender Man and Grim gon' do it again. Hard throbs in this thing and our nuts hang. Diamond cutter on a bitch through a bed frame. Bang, pedigree, time to play the game. Raise the flames of hell.
Flipping like Kurt off a perk. Suicide down like it's 9205. It's just I got my hand up a skirt. Man up a flow, she gon' squirt. I see that bitch boobs to a shirt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is House Grim Podcast. We're here at Mott Community College for Pure Pro Wrestling's City of Champions, and we've been joined by the one and only, the Jack Kelly.
The Jack Kelly thing. And I do got to say this. I normally have a lot of pride in the fact that I have the best outfit, the best jacket, but then I sat down at this table and I have to say there's one jacket better than anything that I am wearing, and that is from this man right here. That is the classiest jacket I have ever seen in my life. I don't even think I could produce enough class for something like that.
You should see.
And that's my face.
You should see his pajamas.
Well, that's more than what I wanted to know. But
Leave it to Grim.
Well, we could just say it was ring worn here.
those rings.
Anyways, thanks for taking the time, your busy schedule, to join us.
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
You know, I do have to say, man, when we first came across you as a from our end of being a wrestling fan to seeing you be a performer, I'm like, this guy is just, something about this guy just couldn't quite put my finger on it, man, but I was just like, can't really stand this guy. But, dude, I'll be honest with you, bro. I fell in love with your character, dude. You do so much for Pure Pro. You do so much for the fans.
And you know what? When you are looking at it from the artist perspective, that's the whole point of what we do, is to come out here to perform in front of the fans. You know what? They hate me, but you know what? They love me. They hate me. There are those people who hate them, and it's just like, no, I don't even want them to be around anymore.
Right.
And so I'm happy and I'm blessed to be able to be part of a group that allows me to be able to do that.
Yeah, man. So many fans chant Wonka and,
and Willy Wonka has a brown hat. I mean, these
Right.
boys are colorblind.
very true. Very true.
I mean, I'm kind of with him. When I first seen you, I want to say it was probably 6 years ago at the Genesee County Fair.
Oh, okay.
I hated you. I was talking the most to you, but after I seen you a few times, you grew on me, and I learned that it's all a part of the end.
Mm-hmm.
You were actually a great guy. The more we got to talk to you and see you, it shows every time.
See, I think we got off on the wrong foot because that first video we made when we went to the Christmas show, we had forgot your name. And we're like, the Upper Echelon and the manager, and we're like, you commented, that's the Jack Kelly, you savior.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes, he did.
And then a few months later, you got stuck behind him in traffic, so it was like,
When I took that picture. For those of you that don't know what's going on there, I was going to work my job outside of wrestling, and I got stuck behind this truck that had this little nice logo right there. So I just pulled out my phone, snapped a photo, put it on Facebook. It's like, don't you hate going to work and getting stuck behind sapioids or something along those lines?
You wouldn't be the first one that did that to him.
Very true. Yeah, and then you and your Upper Echelon be out there performing, and in the middle of your guys' act, performing, turn and look at us and say, "And your podcast still sucks."
Oh, dude, that was at Candela, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was like the first or second time we saw you, and I was kind of like, oh, why not? Let's just go for it. But they got you a lot of attention, and that's what we're trying to do.
Dan Bob got a lot of attention there. He walked out. Drake was wrestling. I can't remember who it was, but that young man who was about to do his entrance, and Dan Bob walked right out in front of him as they're introducing him, and he's like, "Not him, me."
I just hurry up and ran to my seat. Like,
You know,
well, I made my Pure Pro Wrestling debut.
let me tell you, you brought up Drake. Let me tell you a little bit something about he's with the Upper Echelon now. He is the AIWF Continental Champion. I have known and seen Drake since he first performed. Right now, here we have a junior grappler match going on right now. It's for Junior Mania. Is that what they're calling it?
Yep.
But the thing is, that is where Drake started as a child. Just like these kids up there, Pure Pro Wrestling, we have a really great program. And look at where he is now. And he can get booked pretty much anywhere he wanted to. And it all starts here. So it's like I'm happy to be working with him, and I'm happy to be able to be in a situation where anybody that was a former junior grappler can actually get some experience with all of us and everything. It's one of the more fun things you get to do.
Right? I mean, dude, if this happened when I was their age, I would have took a different path in life. You know.
And you got
Look at that. He just won a wrestling match as a young man, young kid, in front of all these fans.
That's exactly right. The preppy Preston Alexander.
Grim, don't be a savior.
I was watching John Cena's little brother over there. He was pretty mad leaving out. Hiked his jorts up and stomped out of there.
Hey, man, jorts are very underappreciated, okay? I mean, you get more out of jorts than anything else, all right?
Yeah.
Look at me at Genesee County Fair. What am I wearing every day? The jorts. That's what I'm rocking.
So I have to ask, man, kind of about your shoot job in a way.
Yeah.
What do the kids say about you wrestling?
They think it's kind of cool, and it's also one of the very nice things when they start to get a little hot or whatever. Somebody sometimes has to remind them, you know, Mr. Peter, he's a pro wrestler, right? And then it kind of like gets them thinking correctly. And so, but most of them, they think it's cool. I'll show them pictures from time to time. I'll walk around the classroom. I'll show them what's going on. For those of you who didn't pick it up yet, I am a teacher when I am not Jack Kelly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Which, if you haven't shown or heard from my love of trying to take, young kids and, put them over, build them up, obviously, now that mystery is solved.
Right.
You got to have them on your side.
Of course. Actually, the only time I'm actually ever a good guy is when we do a show at Southwestern, and so the kids have somebody to cheer for.
So I got to ask you, how long have you been doing wrestling?
I've been with Pure Pro Wrestling for maybe 6-7 years. I came on at the same time that Darren came on.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this was when Coach Bird was still in India working with Great Khali School. That's when I came on, but I just came back from China. I was in China for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And so I had just come back, and I was like, I really have an opportunity to do this. And I actually came in and I wanted to be a manager. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the microphone. I wanted to run my mouth. I wanted to be outside the ring cheering. And I want those times where we build everybody up. I'm ducking for years and years, and then after 2 years, somebody finally punches me and puts me out. Man, that is the greatest feeling when you hear all of the fans explode.
I've been saying for the longest time, I feel like in wrestling in general, there's a lack of managers and valets. Back in the day, that was a huge part of it. And I feel like now all we got is Paul Heyman.
I think it is. I don't want to say a lost art form, but it is an art form that is going. That is. I don't want to say going away, but it's something that is not being utilized as much.
Yeah.
And you go places, and a lot of them have never worked with a manager before, so they don't know what to do. Another thing I'm happy about being at Pure Pro Wrestling is our people. We learn how to do all of that,
Right.
and that's a great thing.
I don't know if you watch JCW at all, but Barnabas is a manager there,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like you are, and he does it pretty good over there.
Good. That's good.
So I have actually got the guitar that whops you upside the head. The guitar. It's actually hanging on my podcast wall.
So can I cut a promo on that one real quickly?
Go ahead.
You know, here is my problem with you saying something like that. All right, Darling Roger had no business either getting into that ring with that guitar. Nonetheless, he pulled me down from a ladder and hit me with a guitar, and you're sitting here celebrating about it.
Oh no, I'm celebrating the fact that I got a ring used item and such. The magnitude of your Upper Echelon.
He was mostly excited because he got your DNA.
Yeah.
I'm on your side. He was happy when our buddy Ref Connor got kicked by Ernest the Cat Miller.
Hey now, you guys are putting words in my mouth. Anyhow,
Well, I want to see somebody get kicked by Ernest the Cat Miller.
I was hoping it was going to be Dan Bob.
No, but like you start taking what you're saying to the next point, and it's like I'm still here. Darling Roger isn't. If that tells you anything about what is happening in professional wrestling,
right?
Jack Kelly is around. They are not.
That's right.
So, would you ever consider maybe being a manager at a different wrestling company?
That is a good question. One of my real issues with going to other companies is the fact that with TPW I can do stuff on the weekends and everything else. When I have my shoot job, like it doesn't allow me the options of going to these places that meet during the week.
Right.
And it's like I've asked around, I've tried to see. It's just the options are not available for me.
I
And
got you.
that's basically the long and the short of it.
I got you. Yeah, we go out to Chaos a lot out in Port Huron. They're kind of like they kind of remind me a lot of Pure Pro in a way, and a lot of talent from Pure Pro Wrestling has been out there to perform. I was asking that question because I feel like you would fit right in at a Chaos or something. I mean, honestly, I feel like you fit in at a number of different places. You're a great talent, a great human being.
Who's their main heater or manager or first mouthpiece, whatever? Who's the bigger one that you have at Chaos?
Ooh, there's not really a manager at Chaos. No manager.
Man, I would have, if anybody, I'd have to say Swartz. He does the most for like that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, he's probably the closest one to it.
Yeah, closest to a mouthpiece, but he still kind of gets involved a little here and there.
Yeah.
Their biggest heel is Zach Thomas. He's actually their heavyweight champion.
Are you saying he needs a manager? He needs somebody to elevate him? Is that what you're trying to
No,
tell
no.
us?
I mean, I feel like Zach Thomas is doing great on his own.
Oh, so Jack Thomas doesn't need Jack Kelly. That's what you're saying. Oh, okay, man.
I just think somebody like you and him teaming up would probably be next level.
Don't forget he has his brother, Gregory Adams.
Yeah, he does, but sometimes. That's just his insurance policy.
No.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with a good insurance policy.
See?
Okay?
He's got a good one.
There's always got to be a plan. You don't become dominant without a plan.
Let me ask you this. If you could steal Big Dom away from Obsidian, would you?
What makes you think there's not a plan already involved?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here first, folks.
Now, you didn't hear anything. I just asked a simple question. What makes you think that there's not already a plan involved? That's not confirming or denying. I'm just asking.
Spoken like a politician.
Spoken like somebody who likes to make money in that ring.
Yeah.
Well, you got us on that one.
What about a talent like Hannah Henderson? You guys could use a female talent.
Hannah is somebody, she could make it. She's like at the cusp of possibly being upper echelon. She's at the cusp right there. And let's see what happens, because I know that tonight she is having some type of interaction going on with Marley Rain. And I don't know what the interaction is, but let's see what happens. What happens? What's going to go on?
Honestly, I would like to see Hannah Henderson end up with that heavyweight title. I think she would be.
Get Dom's heavyweight title?
Yeah. You want to go after Dom's title?
I'll book that right now.
He said Marley Rain.
No, I'll still book that right now. Hannah Henderson versus Big Dom for the Michigan State Heavyweight Championship. Let's book that right now.
Ladder match.
In a ladder. Well, she'll need a ladder.
Yeah. Fair enough. I was just saying that if she's going to have an interaction with Marley Rain, and I'd like to see Hannah Henderson with that women's championship. That's all.
We get what you were saying. You just said it poorly.
Yeah.
Said the wrong championship. I mean, you're not a professional podcaster.
Hey, now. Jack,
So wait.
Once
again, I'm not working with professionals.
Only
Is that
two.
what you're telling me?
Only two.
Yeah.
Only two.
We're sorry we let Dan Bob on, sir.
How do I put myself in these situations? Seriously.
I was, you know what?
We wanted
really
the
nice.
same thing.
So I was going to ask him for his help against you two sapioids.
But it's still a great coat. It's still a great coat.
I was thinking
I
about
like listening to him get the bull crap about it.
making a few different ones of these coats. Get them in like blue and pink, and, red and black, like the Wolfpack colors. Same face on them though.
Dude, I'm trying to remember which photo that was from with me making that.
I could tell you exactly which one. That's from the Detroit show from Caldera, and it was a picture I took where you were at one corner after the loss, and you're like,
I look like I'm upset over something. You're better constipated.
you were upset.
Okay, I'm glad I was upset, not constipated.
We were working on something one night. He was at his house. I was at my house. We were doing it over Zoom. And he's, oh, look at this. And I was like, order it. Order it right now.
All right, so let me ask you, and I know you've talked to many of your fans that are out there. What do you and the sapioids out there, what exactly do you want to see next with the Upper Echelon?
Wow.
I want to see a female talent headed.
We've actually tried several times to get a female talent involved with the Upper Echelon, and it never quite made it. But Jack Kelly's always even before you guys started following us, Jack Kelly was always in the women's locker. That sounded bad.
Oh,
but
yeah?
always,
You what?
but always was, doing a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge with some of the female talents because, a lot of them do want that upper echelon money.
Yeah.
They want that upper echelon fame, but they just have to live up to it.
Absolutely.
I could say I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Astro holding the heavyweight championship.
What makes you think that's not part of the plan?
I don't think it's not part of the plan. I'm saying I would like to see it. And then the only other thing I could say is I think our mom needs to meet her favorite wrestler.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, of course.
We got her the
Jake
shirt. She
Wilder.
wears it all the time.
That's nice. So you need to get Jake Wilder over here, and so you can tell him how much his mom absolutely loves him.
He did actually say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pure Pro Wrestling!
Alrighty, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to head to the back and start doing other stuff. So thank you guys.
Hey,
Appreciate you guys.
thank you so much, man. We appreciate you coming on with us.